Hey, what's up gamers? In today's video, we're going to be talking about should you still buy Gran Turismo 7? And leave in the comments, if you already got Gran Turismo 7, what you like about it the most and what you don't like about it. And if you are planning to get it, what are you looking forward to the most in the game? But when we are talking about a should you buy game, it always comes down to the individual. Do you like the game or not? So let's go over some stuff, that might make this game or break this game. So, number one, they do update this game quite a lot, whether it's little fixes, adding new cars. We just got an update last month. I think they added a Lamborghini Gallardo. Like, here's the list. I'm going to just breeze through it. And now they just added some more new cars, which is always a good thing. So if you are playing it, don't think that they're done with the car selection and you're like, oh, I don't see my favorite car. They might add it in the future. All right, so that's a good thing. So number two, this is the menu books. This is where you do your missions, your jobs. This is the way you get money. You get more cars. And right here, I'm not gonna lie, once you fill it up, it does get a little boring, like you beat the game, like there's nothing else to do. But they do a good job with updates and adding new things into the cafe, like they just did with this one. So what happens is, you go buy the car, and then, you start that little cafe mission. So that's a good thing, anytime we could get more updates, more missions, more cars to go with the missions, it's a good thing. And something right here, that'll keep you playing are the weekly updates or challenges, I should say. Right here, that'll keep you going. It give you, money for winning the games and things like that. And since we are on things to do, another big thing that I like, let's go to the lobby, is the multiplayer online. But it sucks. And I don't want to say this because we all have been waiting for this on Gran Turismo 7. There is no free roam. There is a free roam in a sense that if you look right here and see all these tracks, people just made these or hosted them in the lobby, and you can create your own room yourself, create new room. You can do it yourself. But the thing about it is you could just join a track and it acts as a form of a race. Now, you don't really have to race when you go into this lobby. A lot of times we often just go slow. We cruise, go to the right lane, let the faster car on the left lane go through. They even got a parking lot on some of them, or not a parking lot, but parking spaces where you could meet up, and act like it's a car meet. So no free roam in a sense of, you can't get out the car. You can't all meet up like that. You can't show the Lamborghini doors and stuff like that. But visually, it looks good. It sounds good. But since we are on cars, let's take a look. They got legendary cars on here that the game does update every once in a while. Some are limited stock. Some of them on here, they just cost a lot of money, that you got to really save. And I will say on this game, I wouldn't say it's hard to earn cash. I would just say, let's just say the game is a little stingy when it comes to giving you cash. But there are great ways and a lot of ways to make cash. But just checking out cars, let's just go ahead and breeze through some of these, Let's take a look at some of the Ford Mustangs, Every model on here, it looks good. Visually, it looks stunning. But with the free roam, yes, it is disappointing to me because I feel like that's what the community wants. But we haven't gotten it, it's just strictly go to a racetrack. But that's what I mean in the free roam, there's no streets to just cruise, put up the Lamborghini doors if it goes up. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these Mercedes. Just stunning. And I hope they add some more. I know they have been adding more cars, but I hope they end up adding the new AMG, the GT63, the new one, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And also, I wonder if we can get the four-door one, the AMG GT63S. That would be a nice upgrade to this game as well. And another thing, I thought this was a really good addition, the used car lot. Whoever thought of that, just like almost like a straight genius, in a game like this, to where you don't have to just buy the new car. You know what? You want a used one? we got that for you, but you got to check it because the lists do change. And a big thing in car games that I like is when they keep track of the mileage. You know, that is a really good thing to me, you know. So every car you got and you own, it keeps track of it. You know, it keeps track of how far you've been. I just think that's just a great addition to where something in the car where you don't have to put in, but I'm glad they did. And also right here, you know, if you look at the list, you can also go and sell your car to the used market. But the only downside of this is when you actually sell it, yes, you get the money for it, but I don't think your actual car goes to the actual market, if that makes sense. You're basically just selling it to make some kind of money off the game. But look at this, real good addition. You know, you can get your car appraised. Like, look at this, and it changes daily. You know, on a daily basis, it goes up and it goes down just like the stock market. So that's a really good thing. You know, it adds just that extra sense of creative fun, you know, to the game. And you could just check out all the stats right here. You know, I'm really liking that addition on this game. And then another thing, since we are on cars, let's go ahead and actually take a look at some of the models of the cars and let's check them out and see how they look. You know, this is my AMG GT Black Series right here. And there's the interior. Look at the attention to detail. That's another thing I really look at in car games when I play is the attention to detail. You know, how does it cosmetically look? And I think they did a good job right here. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and take a look and a listen to this Lamborghini I got. And all right, so what's a racing game without tuning? We got to go ahead and take a look at the tuning parts for this car. I think they did a good job. Well, not just for this car, for all the cars, you know, medium tires, soft tires, racing tires, hard tires. You know, I feel like they did a very good job on that. So let's go ahead, you know, car maintenance and service. You know, as y'all seen on my car, it said like the oil was normal. It wasn't excellent. But look at all this stuff you can do on here. So you can actually go ahead and give the car a car wash. Nice little touch. You know, I like that. You know, get the car nice, fresh. Oh man, I'm so fresh and so clean. Just look at this thing. And now let's go ahead and change the oil. And if you really just pay attention, once the oil is changed, like we got to take a look at this. We got to see it. Oil condition is excellent now. So that's another great touch to this game, you know, to keep you playing. Things like that. Things like as basic as changing the oil. Things as basic as, you know, getting the car wash. Things as basic as, you know, tracking the mileage of the car. All this stuff makes for a good simulation racing game to me. Outside, and I know I keep saying this, but outside of the free roam. That's the only thing we missing. It's like a little area or a little city somewhere where it's not on the track, but I know that might defeat the purpose of the game. But if looking at the rims, they have a lot of wheels, or some people call it rims, to choose from. There is a lot. You could change the color. I will actually kind of be here for a long time, you know, showing colors and everything, trying to customize the rims. But speaking of colors, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Another deep thing people always want, or we always chirp about in a racing game, is customization. Car customization. Just look at all these options. Look at all these different paints. Yes, somebody was thinking when they was making this game is my Lamborghini is like a chrome. You know, like a burgundy chrome color. So if you are thinking about the car customization, they did a wonderful job. They did a fantastic job. I think they did an amazing job. And I'm big on car customization. Like, I would be the first to let you know if it was not a good job. But there's just so many different colors and hues and colors you can put on top of colors, and writing and words that you could put on the car, that I think the car customization is deep enough for a game like this. And in some of the cars, they have different light bulbs, different license plates, and different caliper colors that you can choose from as well. So just makes it a more better game when there is more customization to the car. And I also think that this game have more than enough tracks to keep everyone happy. You know, they got a lot of the famous Daytona, a lot of the famous tracks on here, and I think they did a wonderful job with it. So let's go ahead and take a look enjoying one of the tracks so we could just see the beauty of the game. I always thought this game looked nice. I always thought this game looked good enough. Like, it actually paints a picture with the lighting that I feel like it actually takes you to the mountains. It actually takes you to the sunset. You actually feel the vibe of the time of the game. I think they did a really good job to capture that. And I like how the chrome, like, look at this. If you just look at my car, you know, look at those mountains. I think they did a fantastic job. And look at the chrome. I think the chrome color contrast in every way. The lighting bounce off, you know, what it need to bounce off. And so the verdict is in. Should you still buy this game? If it was up to me, I would say yes. But remember, it's always up to yourself and up to the individual of what you do and don't like about a game. But I hope I showed some insights, you know, more about the customization, how the cars sound, how the game visually look, and the updates to go out and go ahead and make your decision if you don't already have this game. You know, thanks for everyone watching. You know, subscribe for more. Signing off, Benz Man.